So here we'll be starting with vectors, vector calculus, and mainly, so first of all you should know what is a vector quantity and scalars, right? So I'm starting it like this. In earlier days, when there were no gadgets and proper maps, people used to locate the direction of the sun and then they used to move. So that means they do not exactly know what how much they have to move and where do have they have to go, in which direction. So they use the sun as a reference and they move in the direction according to the direction of sun. So if you are to move from one place to another, what do you require? You require two things. That means how much you wanted to move and where do you want it to move. So this first quantity defines the magnitude and the second quantity that defines the direction. Now scalar, so by the need of these two quantities, magnitude as well as direction, the existence of vectors came into light, right? So vector is a quantity which has magnitude as well as direction. For example, the vector quantities are displacement, as you have told me, right? Force, etc. So there are many vector quantities which utilizes both the magnitude as well as the direction. However, the quantities which has magnitude only are termed as scalar. For example, mass or simple distance, that is scalar. So now next we shall be talking about scalar function and vector functions. So first of all, what is a function? Anybody? A function is something such that you take an element from the domain and then you pass it on to something called as machine. Then you obtain a unique output. This is your output. Then if you obtain a unique output, that means this machine that is known as function. So you have some input here, you pass that input to this function, so you get a unique output, so that is a function. Now what is a scalar function? What is a vector function? So here scalar function means you are taking a subset of set of real numbers. So that means what would be this subset? It would be some interval, say a to b, of this kind, right? So from this interval, what we are doing, we are taking some number, say t, belonging to this ab. That means you are just taking one simple number, then you are inputting that number to this function over here. So whatever is the answer in this case, that answer is the output here is a scalar quantity. So that means whenever you are inputting a scalar, you are obtaining a scalar. So that represents scalar function. So you can say if you take t belonging to d, where what is this d? This is the subset of real numbers. In that case, f of t is a scalar function. This is a scalar function if you obtain a scalar output. And so this is the definition for scalar function. And next let us define the definition for vector function. For any t belonging to d, where what is this t? This is the subset of real numbers. You define a function f of t. Now you write here arrow. Why? Because this is a vector function, right? So it is to denote this, that f of t is now a vector function. Then this is a vector function if you obtain a vector output. So that means you have inputted a scalar, but now what you are obtaining a vector output. So this is the vector function. For an example, if you have this function f of t, which is defined to be t cube plus 4t square plus 5t plus 2, and you have another function f of t which is defined like this: t square I cap plus 2t minus 1 j cap plus t cube k cap. Now this is a vector function. Why? Because you are inputting t into it, and what is t? T is some real number. And what is the output? Suppose you are inputting t is equal to 1. So your f of 1, this would be I cap plus j cap plus k cap, right? Now this, what is this? This is a vector quantity. And if you input the same t is equal to 1 into this function, you will obtain 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 2. So that is equal to 12, which is a scalar. So that means this function, this is a scalar function, and the second function, this is a vector function. So this is how you define scalar and vector functions. And next let us define another quantity, scalar and vector point functions. So scalar and vector point functions. Now what does this mean, point function? So we say a variable quantity whose value at any point in the region of space depends upon the position of the point. So that represents the point function. So first of all, you should know what is point function. Point function is the one which depends upon the point, the position of the point. So a function which depends upon the position of a point in space. And what is a scalar point function? So scalar point function so here in point function we are talking about space. So that means we are in 3 dimensions. In the scalar and vector functions, we were in the one dimension line, right? Because we took the subset to be the that of real numbers. And what is real number? That is only one dimension. So accordingly here we are in 3 dimension, and so scalar point function is what? If to each point in this 3 dimension we can define a function such that the output is a scalar function. So that means here in the scalar point function you will provide input as some scalar in 3D, and in output you will obtain a scalar. And this is according to one point, right? This is your function, scalar point function. This is according to one point. If you in this function, if you give all the points of the 3 dimension, then corresponding to each point you will have one scalar here, one scalar here, one scalar here, one scalar here, and so on, like this. So according to every point in this 3 dimension space, you will have some point here as the quantity. So this is known as scalar field because it comprises only of all the scalars. So this is a function f of x, y, z, and suppose we have x, y, z points here. So whatever is the answer, that is your scalar field. Now let me give you an example. So for an example, suppose you are given temperature at any point x, y, z within the Earth's surface. So now you are talking about all the points present in the Earth's surface, and we are taking the three-dimensional case, right? So what is the function? Function provides you, corresponding to each position here, each point on the Earth's surface, a definite value known as temperature. Now you know what is temperature. It is a scalar quantity. So therefore, it is this temperature field is your scalar field. So this is the scalar field. Another example here would be, so this is say example 1. Second example, let me define in terms of function. So in terms of function, the function f of x, y, z defined like x cube y plus y square plus 2xz square. This is a scalar point function because whenever you input the values of x, y, z, you will get a single number here. And all the numbers, you know, they are scalars. So therefore, this is the example of scalar point function. And similarly, we can define the vector point functions. The vector point functions. Now, what is a vector point function? Here we say if you input the point x, y, z into this function, which is a vector point function, so you will have the output as a vector here. So that means you are taking a point in 3 dimension and you are inputting it into this function. This is the vector point function. So you are obtaining a vector. So this is known as vector point function. And if you provide or pass on every point of the space here, what you will get? You will get a field here which corresponding to each point, suppose this is the point, corresponding to this point you will have some vector field here, corresponding to another point here you will have some vector defined like this here, and so on. So for each point you will have different vectors. So this will in effect provide you with a vector field. So this would be a vector field. For an example, suppose we are talking about the velocity at any point x, y, z within a moving fluid. Now fluid, because it is moving with certain magnitude and it has also some direction, so this is a vector quantity. So we say the velocity of this fluid at any point x, y, z at certain time. So we are defining a fixed time. For that fixed time, for that fixed position, we will say this velocity will be a vector point function. This is a vector. The velocity at any point within a moving fluid at certain time is a vector point function. And what is the vector field? For that you could define this function f of x, y, z. So this is defined like this: x, y square I cap minus 2yz square j cap plus x square z k cap. This is a vector point function, because whenever you pass on to any values of x, y, z, you will get a vector here, and moreover for each different point you will have a different vector. So when you collect all those vectors, you will have a vector field over there, right? So this is about vectors, scalars, vector functions, scalar functions, and scalar point functions, scalar fields, and vector point functions, vector field.